What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Sperax today, SPA. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. Okay, here we are on the 16th of April, sitting at about 2.115 cents right now. Moving up, you're about 42% up this week. You're up, what is it, 90, no. Sorry, hold on, let me see. Yes, 91% on the monthly. Good job. If we're looking at this on a weekly perspective, your RSI has bounced right off the 40 area. A lot of cryptos are doing that. It's nice to see. You got overbought. You're not getting oversold. You're bouncing off the 40. This is a good setup. If we're looking at the relative low here to the relative high, I'm going to take this high. No, I'll take this high. I guess that's a good enough high. Golden ratio bounce back above the 382. Good things, you guys. I think with this, you really do look like you found your low. I would consider this a low as of now. But if you really want to validate it, if you want to have like a little bit more strict validation requirements, I'd say get above 2.5 cents. 2.5 cents. You get above there on a daily closing basis, you validated this as a low. Not only that, you've also validated the notion that you're going higher than this high, and probably on your way to new all-time highs, right? And let's actually look at that real quick. I want to look at the daily time frame. I'm itching to click on that daily time frame, but we got more to look at here. High to low. Oh, should I take that low? It's like a fake out low. You're still kind of moving down. I'm going to take the low. I don't normally think I would do that, but I'm going to take that low. Normally I would take this low, but I think this one's okay. Anyways, high to low here. Not really showing too much respect on the fibs. Your next target, if this fib is respected at all, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Let's take this low, which would just be weird, but you seem to be respecting this one a lot more, actually. And that was your initial low of this move. In other words, these are kind of like fake outs, right? Low market cap, the rules aren't as rigid for stuff like this. That looks pretty clean too. I'm more comfortable with this low. Okay, so that was a fake out low. I should have stuck with my initial instinct. Anyways, 236 support. Moving up, next target would be the golden ratio, 4.8 to 6.5 cents, but I don't think you stop there. You've already interacted with the 0.5 twice, right? So this, I think that you're set up for a move that will take you to your 786, 886, and that makes a lot of sense to me because you did find resistance back here, right there, right at the 786. You found support right here at it, support right here at that area. So something between about, if I really had to guess, I would think around 10 cents, actually. Around 10 cents. You probably don't go too much higher, but I think that's where you go. And that's not the end of this move. That's just the next kind of target area, right? I would say that you're going to stop there probably sometime in May. You're on your way there now over the weeks. You'll probably consolidate, and then at the end of May going into June, you'll continue to grow. That's the expectation, right? But who knows? This could be an end of move thing. I suppose by the end of June it could be there, but I think that you'll see this over the coming weeks sometime in May, if I really had to guess. That's pretty fast, yeah. The reason why that's fast is because you've been accumulating here since July of 2022. You didn't actually break out. This was a fake out attempt, right? If we put a line here to the upside, you've been finding resistance right here all this time, and you had a fake out attempt here, came back down. When you really break out, when you actually break out, you're going to see some phenomenal growth. I think it's going to be bigger than anything you've seen in years, literally like 3 years now. And that seems about appropriate, 9.7 cents or more. I don't know if you hit 15 cents. I think that you might stop somewhere in this area or maybe right at that 786. But then from there, consolidate, find support at the golden ratio, right at prior areas of support here, prior areas of resistance there, a little bit above this area of resistance here as well. And I wonder what the fib will be from the low to the high if and when that happens. But something like that is what I'm thinking. Hold on. Something like that is what I'm thinking. It doesn't have to happen exactly that way, but that's my expectation. If we're talking about what's to come afterwards, I would say, and let's actually look at this here real quick. What is that? Yeah, as far as what's to come afterwards, I think you will see new all-time highs, if not something around your all-time highs. Okay, so something as high as 24 cents, maybe even beyond 30 cents. You could go all the way up to 76. You have a low enough market cap, man, where a 35x move, 36x move, it's really possible, right? Cookie Dow, right here, we look at this on a weekly basis. It still has a pretty low market cap. In fact, I think it's actually very comparable. Sperax at 35 million, this one's at 39 million, very, very comparable. But you see these kind of movements with these kind of market cap coins, right? 42x. So when I'm saying Sperax, and it's been accumulating for all this time, clearly it's been accumulating. Whenever I say that you've got 35x potential, man. Why am I not buying this right now? What's like, that's what that makes me think, Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but I think you have a lot of potential. Yeah. In an overall kind of growth standpoint. That would give you a move that's overall 79x. That makes it kind of harder to see, I guess, because from here we are taking the low to the high, not just from wherever you buy as far as gains go. So maybe something that is at a new all-time high is possible, doable, but maybe not quite as high as 76 cents. So where could we go if not there then? And I think inevitably you'll get there. I think by the end of the cycle, this is the kind of coin that does have multi-100x potential. Hell, you even have 1,000x potential with this low of a market cap. You see $30 billion, you got 1,000x right there. Relative high to low here. Maybe I should just take that high to low because we already have it. Let's do that. This is the more relative one. High to low here. Yeah, maybe 40 cents. I like that. 40 cents as the given maximum. And let's shoot for 15 cents as the given minimum. But I think that you see higher prices than 24 cents even. We'll see. 24 to 40 cents. I really like that area. So that's where I think you're going to go by the end of May, by the end of June. That's some phenomenal growth in a very short amount of time. And I think that by the end of this cycle, you have tremendously higher targets to go. As far as where you're going to go, I don't know. Maybe $3.30. Maybe $52. I don't know. Are those even possible targets? Let's see. That's a 360x. Yeah, that's possible. It could happen. Not every coin, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, not every coin that has 100x potential will see 100x, but the coins that do see 100x potential, multi-100x potential, they have a very low market cap like this, and they have interest. There's a good bit of volume coming in on this. This is a real move. And also, speaking of interest, you've had a lot of time to accumulate. And I think if we're looking at how this is leaning, it's slowly bleeding to the upside at least since 2023. And really, it had a hard time even going lower than these lows here. I think it's been accumulating since 2022. You've got a lot of pent-up aggression to the upside. And I think you're stopping nowhere, really, but new all-time highs whenever it comes to some kind of more significant consolidation phase. Again, I think you'll stop somewhere on the way going up to these areas by the end of June. It's not just going to be a straight shot, but maybe it is. You never know. What was I going to do? I was going to do one more thing. I got sidetracked, carried away. Anyways, I think I've said everything that I need to say. Okay. Sperax has multi-100x. Oh, that's what we were going to do. We were going to measure the crazy one. We didn't even measure the crazy one yet. Let's see. Monthly time frame. Come on. All right, I'm just going to delete this. There we go. Okay, so and actually I was measuring from the base there. So from the current price, that $3.30 price will be about a 150x, my bad. $10 would put you at about a 500x. That is a possible target. You really could. $10 is a very, very possible target. 330, if that doesn't hold, if you don't stop at 330, $10 might be the only likely target that you see, if not something beyond that. Could you see over a 1000x? You could. I mean, hell, you could see a 2000x, but I doubt it, right? You're not going to grow that much by the end of this year. That would be crazy. I mean, I don't think we've ever seen anything like that, other than scam and meme coins, stuff like that. If this thing's a legitimate project, and I think it is, I think you'd be very fortunate just to see $10. So that's I say just to see, but that's at a 460, 400, 500x, something like that, around that area. You could go a little bit above that, but if I had to guess, I would think you probably stop somewhere between about 350 or in between there and $10. I don't know if you actually hit 10. We'll see if that happens, but that's my guess for the end of the cycle. Again, you'll continue moving up probably from here. Let's see. Let's look at the daily time frame. Yeah, I think you do continue moving up from here, but you probably find some resistance along the way, right? You're at the golden ratio. I don't know. Maybe you do find resistance right here. Oh, you're looking good. I don't know. I think you continue to push higher, a little bit higher, and then you'll find resistance. You'll probably move, if you're at 2.2 cents now, 2.5 cents maybe even as high as 2.9 cents. I don't think you get above 3 cents, but if you do, maybe just a little bit. And then you'll probably pull back down depending on where you stop. If you stop here, you'll pull back down to this area, right? Find support at prior areas of resistance. If you stop up here, you might pull back down to this area, stop at prior areas of resistance here, Or you could go all the way back down here. It's possible as well. It depends. It's not uncommon to just reach straight for these areas and then go all the way back down here. So don't get worried if you see some volatility. But I suppose looking at the 4-hour RSI, if I had to guess, I would think that you stop somewhere in this area, slightly higher high. So when I say you have higher to go, it's just a little bit higher. And likely you will come back down and find support at the 382, down at 1.62 cents. If you don't do that and you move up here, still you'll probably come back down and find support at this area that we're targeting anyways. So not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but you could look at it as if you sell here and you're patient and you're wrong, you can still get an opportunity to buy back at the same prices, if that makes sense. But if you're right, you also get the opportunity to buy at a lower price. It's kind of like, unless it just blasts through the roof, which it could happen. And this is why if you have any SPA right now, if you're planning on trading, I would not, and not financial advice, not a financial advisor, I would not recommend that you trade a large bag, just a small bag, right? A trading bag. Keep most of it on hold in case you are wrong, and in case at any point in time this $35 million market cap coin wants to just send it on a 10x overnight. You know, that can happen. We've seen that happen before. Last cycle that literally happened with Dogecoin, and that was whenever it was worth hundreds of millions at that point, let alone 35 million. So it can happen to anything, man. The right narrative, the right hype, the right story gets pushed out. The right money gets behind it. Anyways, I'm done talking about this thing. I think I've said enough. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I think you got a little bit of turbulence along the way, at least immediately, and then you're on a path ultimately that's going to take you above 20 cents, above 40 cents, or maybe around 40 cents. That's kind of my expectation at the moment. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.